Now wait, before you click that button, you need to know a few details about JUGA, ACL, URLs, and a few other acronyms. First, ACL stands for Access Control List. That just lets you determine who can get to what on your Joomla website. And if you've used Joomla for more than 5 minutes, you've probably realized that the makers of Joomla think that you can get by with just 7 groups. And that you want to accept what the Joomla programmers think each of those groups should be able to do. Oh, and that a user can only be in one group at a time. Second, URL is just a fancy way to say web address, like www.diascuri.com. Sorry, had to put that plug in there for diascuri.com. But if you've used Joomla for more than 10 minutes, you know that unless you mess around with things called SEF, we'll get to that a little later, the URL is not just as simple as www.diascuri.com. Did I mention I get paid by how many times I mentioned diascuri.com? All URLs from Joomla have something after the usual address that you would type in. It looks something like this. All that index, option, com, view, and other cryptic stuff really is telling Joomla exactly what page to display. And that's where JUGA comes in, and is different from how Joomla itself restricts things. JUGA provides ACL control via URL. That means it uses all those pieces of the URL, like com, option, view, and the rest, to control almost any page of Joomla. And it can work with almost any Joomla component or module without modifying that extension in any way. JUGA adjusts to fit your site and the specific needs that you have. JUGA does not replace the existing Joomla user levels, it adds to it. It allows you to break free from the 7-group limit of Joomla. You can create as many groups as you need and control what categories, sections, components, and modules those Joomla users can view or edit. Having 2 different ACLs that work together like this gives you tight control of what users can do without causing problems for extensions that rely on the Joomla user levels. If you are an avid follower of Joomla, you know that the next version is supposed to provide unlimited groups and assign users to more than one group. A completely new ACL. 2 problems. First, we don't really know when that new version will be ready to roll. And once it is, it will take some reprogramming on the part of many third-party Joomla components to work with that new ACL. Until that happens, JUGA works with almost any third-party Joomla component without any needed updates of that component. It just takes the entry of a few settings to have JUGA working with almost any component, and it will work with any custom module out there. And if you want to restrict just a part of an article, JUGA lets you completely control that by giving you content codes that hide or display content based on the groups a user is assigned to. You can have pages look completely different for different users. And the restrictions aren't limited just to the front end of your site. With JUGA, you can also restrict access to admin-side components and menus. Now you can give admin-side access to some of your users so they can access some admin-side components without giving them access to everything. You can even give them access to just one specific component if you need to. A few other key features include the ability to display to the user a list of the groups that they are assigned to, the ability to give them an access code to enter so they can add themselves to a group, and hide menu items based upon their group assignments. It works with SEF or human-readable URLs. It can automatically add a user directly to a group when they register on the site. And JUGA can even integrate with LDAP directory services. And we've created an integration with our other Joomla extension, Umbra Subscriptions. By putting these 2 extensions together, you can easily start charging for access to your site content and file downloads. With all those features, there are a few things that JUGA cannot do. First, JUGA isn't designed to create a unique website experience for each of your 5,000 visitors unless you create a group for each one. It does not add more user types to the internal Joomla user list. It doesn't restrict what options are available within selector fields in components and plugins. It doesn't protect your site from hackers. You still need to follow standard Joomla and web security precautions for your site. It won't write your site content for you, and it won't make you lots of money, although there are people using JUGA with Umbra subscriptions to earn an income. JUGA is part of a large family of extensions developed by Diascuri, including both commercial and non-commercial extensions that provide solutions to many Joomla needs. You can find out more about all these great extensions in the Joomla extension area at www.diascuri.com. You can also download the latest commercial version of JUGA or any other Diascuri extension directly from the diascuri.com website. To get the commercial versions, just sign up for a support subscription. That gives you access to the download and any future downloads as long as your subscription is active, as well as direct personal support from the Dioscuri support team, known for their great service. Okay, now that you know more about JUGA, it's time to go check it out for yourself. Just visit us at dioscuri.com.